Okay, so you're a teen artist and you're like, okay, I am going to make art and I'm going to sell it online. I'm going to tell everybody about it on Instagram and TikTok and all these wonderful things. And that's going to happen. But do you know that there are people out here that have like millions and millions of followers and like do not really make much money from that? Not to say that they don't get like brand deals and things like that, but like from the actual followers, they don't always convert into customers. My name's Dr. Amy Stewart, and I have been in education for over 15 years. And then I went on to build a 7-figure company. So I like to take what I know about kids and education and create resources. And in this video, we're going to be talking about how to take your art venture to a successful business by building a strong online community. So let's get into it. Now, I started with talking about people who have like a ton of followers, but like they don't actually convert into any type of like customers. And then the influencers are kind of almost like commercials for these brands and companies. And so they make money that way. But again, it's not actually from the followers. But imagine if everybody that had those types of numbers when it came to their social media following also had some kind of product that they could sell. And so selling online isn't always just about going on and saying, hey, I have something for sale. Hey, I have something for sale. It's about becoming engaged with the online community. And I don't mean like that kind of engaged. I mean like participating. Like think about school and if your teacher's up there talking and she's just like, rah, 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 but like no one's really paying attention. You guys are all on your phones and sleeping and having snacks or like whatever. But like there's no engagement. Like you guys are not participating back and forth. Or maybe you do, and you guys are like raising hands, you're having discussions, you're like talking, like you're having this awesome thing. That's what I mean by engagement. And sometimes in the social media space, it can seem where it's just like the person creating content, we push it out here on the internet, and like some people might like it, they might comment on it. But what else can we do to make sure that people are engaging with us in the online space? Now, the online space can be scary a little bit sometimes because people get real brave and bold behind a username and no profile picture. They will say stuff and try to be mean and all of that. So what I want to encourage you to do is thinking about the next step. So yes, you post things on social media, all of that's wonderful. People are commenting, liking, sharing, but then what's next? Have you ever been looking at a video? Because I'm going to talk about it today. There's actually a link below that you can get a resource. It's a list of 25 art ventures. So 25 different art related businesses that you could get into as a teen artist. And most people that are using online platforms like YouTube, TikTok to convert their viewers into customers at some point will have a way for you to engage with them off of the platform. So if you ever see anybody that says something like link in my bio, and what that allows the person to do is to collect your email address, and then that's a way that they can talk with you off the platform. And I don't mean like personally, but like sending you like little emails, newsletters, say, hey, like this is another product I have. This is another service I have. I think you might be interested. And this is a great way to target the audience that actually wants your services, because especially something like on TikTok, anything could show up on your FYP. The algorithm is going to algorithm sometimes, and sometimes it's just going to send you random stuff. And it's those random comments of people who were never going to buy your art anyway. The comments can hurt and kind of be long lasting. So I don't even want you to like care about those people that are commenting like anonymously. I want you to care about the people who said, I'm going to click on her bio. I'm going to subscribe to her newsletter or whatever she's offering. I'm going to get her blog. I'm going to subscribe. I'm going to go over to her YouTube channel and subscribe. I'm making this choice that I want to move forward with this particular artist because I like what they have to say. And those are the people that I want you to focus on. The other big reason why I want you to be thinking about how to get them to connect with you off of the platform, whether it's a link, like if you click the link below, it's going to ask for an email address. So I will now have it, and I will be able to email you with other services, other videos. I'll be able to let you know what's going on without you having to be on YouTube constantly, or for you to have to be on my Instagram or my TikTok. I can just send you content through your email, and it'll be different content. It wouldn't necessarily be the same exact stuff that I'd put out for everybody, but it would be something a little more custom tailored to people who I know are very interested in what I have to say and offer. And why that's so important is that when people give you their email addresses and they say, yes, I want you to email me things, that now becomes kind of like property for you. Like it becomes something of high value. When you have an email list of people that you can say, hey, I've got something new out, here you go. And if you had 1,000 people on your email list, do you think out of all of those people, maybe one might be interested in your art? The idea is that the people on your email list are going to be buyers, okay? That they're at some point going to become customers. The thing with email is I don't see in the future email going anywhere. Like it's pretty, it's pretty set that we're going to have email for a while. However, they could shut YouTube down tomorrow. The government could come through and say no more TikTok, no more Instagram. And there are businesses out here, there are influencers out here, there are people on the social media space that would have no way to connect with their customers or followers ever again. It would be gone. How many times have you seen people that you follow, all of a sudden their account gets hacked or it gets blocked or restricted and they have to start all the way over again? And if that were to happen to you, okay, start your social media over again, but you have your emails of several hundred people or several thousand people that you have accumulated over time. And so you're good. Okay, so when it comes to what social media platform are you going to go? So you want a platform that you can post graphics, right? Finding social media platforms that you can post links in your bio because it's your business, right? So you want to make sure that they can connect with you. Secondly, if this is what you're going to do, you need to do one or two things. One, only post things about your business from here on out, or you can start a business account and start completely from scratch. I'd recommend keeping your current accounts and just kind of flipping them and using them for business, because even if the people that you have, like, let's say you have 10,000 followers on Instagram, right? That's a lot of people. And what if there was 500 people on that list that were interested in your art? What if there were 500 people who knew somebody who was interested in your art and would be willing to share it, who enjoyed it, who would tell people about it, would tag people in it? So that is why I would not recommend starting from zero if you already have a significant social media following. Then you want to be sharing compelling content. And this is where your brand identity and your story and your process and your why about your business and your goals that you have, ways that people can connect to you, because people are nosy and they want to know about your business, like your actual business, not like your personal business. Like definitely keep those boundaries up. But like people are nosy and they want to know, like, do you use acrylics? Like, do you paint outside? Do you do everything like digitally? Like, what apps are you using to create your art? Like, they want to know all that stuff. And so feel free to share away. That's a way to get them to engage, because they may ask you questions. Well, what app are you using? Great way to engage. And use those positive comments or just those inquisitive ones as ways to help guide your social media story. If you're noticing that a lot of people are asking about the iPad you're using, or if you're using, I don't know, Adobe or like whatever you're using for your art, consider doing, a couple of posts about it, just letting some people know what's going on, just letting some people know a little bit more about your process. And when it comes to platforms that you feel more comfortable with, consider venturing out. I've never been a Pinterest girl. However, I do use it for my business. I'm not big on Instagram. However, I like to use it in my business. I love TikTok. And I also use it for my business. But I will say this, because you're going to be a business owner, right? And so you need to be kind of keeping an ear on all things business related to your business. So for instance, I'm filming this in June of 2023. A few months ago, there were talks about TikTok getting shut down and not being legal in our country anymore. I haven't heard more about it, so I don't know if it's going to happen, but it's definitely something I read up on. So if you were like, hey, I build a ton of business on Instagram, I would be making sure that you're keeping up on specific legislation, or if there's any changes, particularly with algorithms. I know TikTok's been doing some things with their algorithm. I know that YouTube's been doing some things with their algorithm. So just doing some extra homework on the platform you use is really just going to save you a lot of headache. But if you are always creating an opportunity for them to connect with you off the platform, that's the goal. You want to get those email addresses. So they shut down TikTok tomorrow. Oh, well. But as you make this compelling content and you're telling your story and you're engaging with the community, just energetically, you're going to pull people into your space that are going to like your stuff, and they're going to get excited for you, and they're going to ask you questions, and they're going to very much enjoy following your journey. So if you are a teen artist and you are looking for some art ventures that you can get into to start your art business, check out the link below.